time for the bottom line.
The bottom line.
The bottom line.
Ah, nice. Everybody's doing it now. It's a thing. It's the thing. The bottom line.
So it's the final two questions of the show. Some call it the terrible twos. Others call it bottom line. Everybody calls it the bottom line. Question number one is Michael Kenyon Rosenberg on a scale of 1 to 10. This is where it gets rough and ready. What would you give this first episode of Star Wars Rebels entitled Spark of Rebellion Part 1?
I'm giving this a 6.25. 6.25. 6.
That's 5/8.
25. 6 1/4.
5/8. Not bad.
6 1/4. Yep.
By the way, when that thing said the title was Spark of the Rebellion, I got to be honest. My first thought was, and I even wrote this, I said, first thought is the title, another freaking rebellion. So everything's about like, ooh, the rebel, the rebellion, the spark of a rebellion. Can you come up with something else? Anyway.
Ryan, Star Wars did the rebellion way back in the 70s. They started the rebellion.
I know. And what I'm saying is all of their shows, it feels like all of their shows are about a rebel group, a group rebelling against this. And I'm like, isn't that what all of their shows are about, basically? And so when I saw the title Spark of the Rebellion, I was like, oh, how different. Anyway, Josh, Michael gave it a 6.25. What would you give it?
3.8.
Ooh.
Wow. I was off on that one.
I like
We
that.
all know-
Like a mystery.
We all know Sussman's law means that he did not like it.
It's just below the line of liking or not liking.
Well, a couple notches below the line.
But
Yeah.
it's not a 1, meaning there's some, it's not getting a 1.
It's a
So
new hope.
you're saying there is a new hope.
Josh, why so low?
So, you're asking about the Ron Howard film? Why? Because people liked Han and they thought he should get his own movie and see how he met Chewbacca. So that's why Solo existed. But I wonder if they should have done deep fake technology with Harrison Ford instead of Alden Brock, whatever his name is. It just filled the screen changed for a moment.
I know.
Did you picture me? Why did that happen?
Well, we just didn't want you to be able to get away from all the shit you were talking about Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars and I have high expectations and I want to love Star Wars. And this first episode, it's not great. If this wasn't Star Wars, if it didn't have music and familiar aliens and ships, and it was just something else, how would this be as a first episode if you take the Star Wars out of it? And I think that's what when I say people are
very good way to judge things.
And blinded by. Like if we never had Star Wars and we didn't have the nostalgia and we just watched this, who the cares? Excuse my language.
But it is, and we do.
Jen?
Yeah.
Yes. It's not
Scale of
getting,
1 to 10?
I'm not going big. It's like my voice doesn't pick up. It's still on Ryan. I didn't get a big screen.
You're on my big screen.
Yeah,
I
me
wasn't
too.
on my big screen. Damn it. I give it a 6.5. Now you spotlighted me. Thank you. I give it but now I don't like it. It's too big.
Are you laughing just because Josh was drinking water? She's like, now that's funny.
I give that a 10. I give that a 10. I give the show a 6.5. Because I agree with Josh, and I never thought of it that way. How if you take because you said it before, how if you take out all the little things, like a Star Wars fan would be like, oh, but I loved it because this character was there, or they brought this alien back. If you take that out, how would somebody enjoy it? I didn't even think of it like that, but that's a really good point. I think I give it a 6.5 because I like didn't say like I didn't enjoy some parts. Like some parts pulled me in a little bit and I was interested in it. Like kind of like the whole Aladdin thing. I was like really curious about it and I was pulled into it a little bit. So I wouldn't say like I hated it. So I felt like a 6.5 is good because I didn't hate it, but I didn't like love it either.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Josh, is that a fair score under Sussman's Law?
It seems a little generous for her feelings. I feel like she's more of a neutral 5. If you want to redo your answer, Jen, if like 6.5
maybe
seems more generous.
Maybe because I really disliked, like I couldn't stay focused in Bad Batch, and I don't even know what I gave that. I hope I didn't give it higher than that, and I was really generous. So I feel like this was a little bit more like I could stay focused in it, and I kind of like enjoyed some of the. I enjoyed the storyline.
Okay,
so
that makes sense then.
Yeah, that's I couldn't explain it. So I enjoyed the storyline of it, but maybe because it was the first episode, the characters didn't come out to me, like all the little things didn't come out to me. But I enjoyed the storyline. I thought the storyline was really cool, and I thought they were kind of getting in that direction, but I kind of didn't love it. Like, so maybe a 6. Then is that okay, Josh? A 6, okay?
I mean, it's up to you, but that sounds.
I'll go with a 6 then. So
more honest.
You guys are making me go back and change what you.
I love when Ryan's life becomes difficult.
Yeah.
He has to change a number on a spreadsheet. What are you guys doing to him?
Right? What did I
Selfish.
give the Bad Batch though? I really hope I didn't give it
I was
more
checking.
You have to have people have to watch to find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I checked.
That's a great tactic to get viewers.
Yeah,
And,
that's the only way we can get people to watch our old shows. So, but we all want to know what Ryan gives this one.
The Bad Batch is WTF episode number 60. So check that out. That's with Scott Baker and Jennifer Durst. And now is time to hear what I have to say about this show. I am giving it a 7.
Wow.
Because
that's a shocker.
There was nothing really wrong with it. It was fine. It was easy to watch. There was nothing that really bothered me. There was some, a couple eye roll things. Like I said, it started off on the wrong foot with me. I was like, oh, another Rebel show. Oh, you don't say. Just like the first 9 movies, just like Solo, just like all the shows are about Rebel. I'm just like, dude, you guys, we get it. A group of rebels. Now, obviously it's a fun trope and we enjoy it, but just the fact they used the word in the title kind of triggered me. I was like, oh God, everything's about rebels. I didn't realize it until then.
I think it's because you went in with less expectations and then you got a little bit more.
It just was it was an easy watch. Like I said, I liked most of the characters, and the ones I didn't like, I didn't dislike. It was just fine. It was easy. It moved quickly. We saw a lot of cool aliens that I recognized, and that's what I like. I like it when I go, whoa, it makes it feel authentic, And I go, oh, there's one of those guys. There's one of these guys. There's one of that. Yeah.
Familiar.
So I'm giving it a 7. Easy watch. Fine overall. Michael.
Josh, you want to weigh in on Sussman's Law here?
Yeah, I dare you.
I accept.
Okay.
No challenge here.
All right, cool.
See, Jen, he knows better.
I have to word things better, I guess.
You let him steamroll you.
You let you bully you.
No, I have to word things better, but he helped me realize that it was a 6 and not a 6.5.
I just helped her figure out what she already knew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what Josh is trying to say is that for the purposes of this podcast, we all had to watch the first episode of Star Wars Rebels. But now that the podcast is over and we're free to move about the internet, Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, would you or would you not, of your own volition, watch the second episode?
I would. It's I want to see more of this Inquisitor. I kind of want to try to convince my wife to start watching this show before Obi-Wan comes out, so that we can get a view of the Inquisitor, so that when Obi-Wan comes out, we'll be like, whoa, that's from Rebels. We saw that dude in Rebels. That's the same dude. So, being one of those guys that does that thing that I just did. And I'm not ashamed. I am proud of it, as a matter of fact. Josh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, it's nice. It is nice, but it's not enough. I'll answer right now if I would watch the second one.
Okay.
Sounds like a great idea.
Dying to know.
There's a lot of episodes, and I think I would maybe search for essential episodes, especially because if characters like Obi-Wan are going to be on in Darth Maul, and this could be important for later things in the live action shows I do watch. I would watch a handful of episodes or search which ones are there, but I don't think I would want to go through the entire series, and I feel like there'd be a lot of filler. But I would definitely watch more episodes, and I think other episodes might be more interesting than this one that just introduced these rebels.
But it sounds like you're saying you would not watch the second episode.
It's sounding like that, yes. Oh yeah, that's true. No, but this is a different thing, because how many shows would you say I wouldn't watch the second one? And usually most shows are serialized and you would watch chronologically. But I think this is a show that you could pick up and just watch a handful and maybe be okay with that.
I wouldn't be okay with that.
Are you okay with me doing that? Or
oh yeah, I'm fine with you doing it. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to do that.
I'm gonna go in order.
Yeah. Because then you might watch an episode where something happens, and you're like, wait, why did that happen? And then it's like answered in an episode that came earlier.
Well, right now,
I just didn't hear enough with this show.
Right now, everyone at home is just saying, you guys, all we care about is what can Ryan type into the spreadsheet, yes or no?
Just keep right.
That's all they're asking.
No.
They're demanding.
How do you pick my answer?
He's saying no to the second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever answered in this?
That's what we guessed.
Okay.
Because you were very fussy about this episode. So if you said yes, we would have been thrown off.
Yeah.
But are you thrown off or surprised that I said I would watch other ones in anticipation of Obi-Wan?
Not necessarily. This one tracks with your score that you gave it to.
And audience, leave in the comments if you think me and Jen should come back and review Obi-Wan.
Yes.
So you want to know what we think? I'm expecting to like it. I'm announcing in advance.
Might be
now it'll be so awkward if I'm not invited to that episode.
We'll see.
Yeah, it might be too soon.
When is it? When does it premiere again?
May.
March 25th.
May.
Oh, May 25th.
I thought it was May. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we may. Jen.
Oh yeah, May 25th.
Yeah, that's
right.
easy.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on back.
Okay, we're coming back.
May.
Come back.
Jen, yes or no? Would you watch the second episode of Your Own Volition? It's a toughie for you. You're right on the cusp.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp. I'm curious enough to try and watch the second episode. You're like curious.
He's curious.
I'm curious because I probably said this before, but there's times I watch the first episode or something. I'm like, oh my God, I immediately watch the second, or I'm like, okay, I have to watch it. I have to keep watching it. With this, it's like, I'm curious enough to like want to see the second to see where it goes. Kind of like what Josh said, because maybe it's going to help with Obi, like all that stuff. And I'm curious to see if I start to enjoy the characters more with the, because like I said, I do enjoy the storyline. So it's like, I want to watch the second, but I don't think I am.
You don't want to not watch the second.
I'm going to try. So I don't know how you could write that in your spreadsheet.
Sounds like a yes to me.
Are you more likely to watch other episodes though that might be essential, or episodes?
Well, the question isn't will you or won't you? The question is would you?
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am, but I would watch it. Yeah.
Right. We don't hold you to it. Believe me, we do not watch.
I know.
Exactly. Ryan and I watch enough shows that we can't watch.
And that's another thing. I'm watching so many other shows right now that I'm enjoying. So it's like almost in my head, like I'll watch those first because I can't wait to see those episodes. This one, I'm like, if I'm sitting at home, I forgot. Okay, let me watch the second.
Like Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor starring Josh Sussman.
And then Mr. Mayor's coming out now. I got another show that I got to see.
Once you're out of Mr. Mayor's, then.
Exactly.
Well, that's it, everybody. Nothing else to be done.
There's one more thing.
We have Ryan watch the second episode of His Own Volition.
We're contractually obligated to have this answer.
You are correct. So I have no real pull to watch this second episode, but I would watch the second theoretically because it's an easy watch and it's fine. And, it's got enjoyable elements. So it's a yes from me. Will I?
Plus, we want to see what happens to all those Wookiees.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
Now, should we talk about our text message and tell them what we said? That we
okay, so I guess because everybody was like dying to know. Jen or Josh put a picture of the fact that it had a part 1 and part 2. And Josh says, it's a 2-part episode. Am I watching both parts or just one? And Jen said, ooh, good question. And I said, just the first one. The second one is dead to me. And then Jen said, phew.
Like not few, F-E-W, P-H-E-W.
Like feast.
Right? Okay. Like that's like how you spell feast.
Like relief.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that didn't give anything away to me.
Well, it did. Ryan, how come the second one was dead to you?
Yeah.
It was just
making a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
You did right. You haven't
Mike
even
gets
seen
it.
the first
I
one.
even said, because Josh then said,
one.
are these lots of hints that will help the predictions portion? And I said, maybe, but here's another hint. I haven't watched it yet. So that.
And then you winked at me. You did a wink emoji.
Oh, that's true. So the wink throws it off. It throws it off.
And then I sent a GIF winking back at you.
What's a GIF?
Oh, with Joey Tribbiani.
Yes.
Oh, you mean a GIF?
Oh.
A GIF.
Yes. A GIF.
Spell bee, spell GIF.
So everybody at home, my apologies.
What are you apologizing for?
Nothing. Here it comes, everybody.
It's another joke. It's another Ryan joke. You just have to understand Ryan's brand of humor, which is he loves it when people get confused. He just dies laughing at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Get going laughing or get moving dying. I don't know what that means. This podcast was brought to you accidentally by Purell.
This podcast tastes way better than that Purell.
This podcast was filled with wonderful people.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Josh.
Yeah, you were just wonderful. This podcast was actually a lot of fun.
Actually, I mean, our other podcasts are not fun.
My prediction was that it wasn't going to be fun, but now it's fun.
So everybody at home, if you'd like us,
it's always fun.
If you'd like us to review a show, in the comments below, just say WTF and the show you'd like us to review, and tell us what you thought of this this fun episode or the series as a whole. Let us know your thoughts. We're dying to know, because who knows if we're ever going to watch it. And always remember, please, what Mr. Michael Canyon Rosenberg likes to say, which is,
don't forget to register to be an organ donor with Donate Life. Just go to Donate Life, go click on the register button, and then it'll take you to your state, type in your information, and then sign a waiver. Now, all you have to do is just go there and click a few buttons. It's super easy. Even if you're already registered, like when you went to the DMV and you registered, I like to register 2 or 3 times a day just for fun. But after you've done that at least 90 times, then don't forget also to watch the first of things.
And then the best part is freeze frame.
No, I don't ever freeze frame. Ryan keeps saying freeze frame all the.
Let's
says
try
it every
to copy
time.
Jen's freeze frame. First she went, then she went. You're supposed to move to different frame. Okay.